Ja,
and there we are. There we are.
Glo.
Can you, in the African Namibian bush?
Ja, absolutely, absolutely.
What a setting. I mean, just look
Hier
at all
veral
of
die
that.
agter. Ja.
Right.
Daar was nou 'n klomp administrasie hoenders, maar hulle het nou blykbaar is nou terug kantoor toe.
Yeah.
En die mooiste wild vanoggend gesien hier by hierdie watergat.
He's referring to the Afrikaans tarantaal, which
Ja.
in English is a guinea fowl.
Ja, ja.
We've met a lot of wildlife since we've been here.
Ja, absolutely.
Since late yesterday afternoon, we spent the night out in the bush. And yeah, all I can say, the Namibian wildlife, wow, incredible, unbelievable.
En 'n oggend vol verrassings, 'n paar dinge het op ons pad gekom.
Yes.
Maar ons hanteer hulle soos wat mense by enige probleme en uitdagings hanteer, so stuk vir stuk.
Ja.
Want dis allermins hoe mense olifant eet. Jy
Ja.
weet, jy eet hom bietjies vir bietjies, jy weet,
Ja.
en dis dit.
Ja.
Ons sê baie dankie aan Namibia Wildlife Protection wat dit moontlik gemaak het en ons genooi het hier na hierdie pragtige plaas.
Yes.
En ons gaan met 'n paar manne gesels en hoor wat hulle doen. Daar word baie gesê en baie gespekuleer oor opleiding, die belangrikheid van opleiding en presies wat gebeur dan as die manne klaar opgelei is. So dit sal vir ons lekker wees om so 'n bietjie te gesels vanoggend.
Yes.
En ek dink van my kant af is ek vreeslik opgewonde.
How do you like our new outfits from Namibia Wildlife Protection? So let us tell you this. Poaching in Namibia is currently unprecedented. We've seen it over the last couple of months. Unbelievable what's happening here in our beautiful Namibian African country in terms of poaching. Now, Namibia Wildlife Protection is one of these, shall we say, organizations that really puts heart and soul into anti-poaching. And we'll be talking about this and we'll give you further details regarding all of this. But yeah, we've got an exciting show for today, and it's so nice to have you all on board.
Ja, die mense praat altyd, jy weet, hulle dink as 'n klomp ganghou ouens, jy weet wat ou 303 gewere kry en 'n paar plakkies en dan hulle in die bos en dan moet hulle nou renosters en olifante oppas, maar dit werk nie so nie. Die kursusse word georder as baie dissipline. Ons het vanoggend gesien hoe die ouens 'n bietjie drillwerk doen op 'n pirate grond en so meer.
Ja.
En dis vir ons 'n groot voorreg om met van die jong manne te gesels. En die lekkerte daarvan is dat hulle vir julle vertel, nie ons nie.
Ja.
Ons fasiliteer dit net. So ons gaan 'n advertensie vat, dan gaan ons eerste gas naderop.
Yeah, I think we'll be speaking to the leader of this entire project, Namibia Wildlife Protection. He'll be able to give us all the details, all that what it is that we need to know and understand whilst we are here in the bush. So we'll see you now.
Vintage Bar and Grill. Your friendly neighborhood bar, where the food is always great and very affordable, and the drinks are always cold. We promise a good time between nightly DJ music, karaoke, live music on weekends, and even pub games. We have fantastic braai facilities, ample seating, and more than enough secure parking. So pop in at Vintage Bar and Grill at Jerk Sky Park in Olympia. Vintage Bar and Grill. Always a good time.
Most people understand the importance of getting a good night's sleep to ensure optimum performance during the day, which is why you need to invest in a good quality mattress to ensure you get the best sleep possible at night. We've got you covered. Visit Oblivion Trading Enterprises at Unit 12 and 13, Edison Street, Southern Industrial for a vast range of Medispine orthopedic mattresses to choose from, or call Pierre at 0811 29 7666. Feel the blessing.
Ja, daar is het.
And we are back.
Rustige nag. Ek het goed geslaap.
Fantastic.
Baie lekker goed en vanoggend vroeg wakker geword.
Yes, nice early night.
Ja, mense wil, jy weet ek moet nog inlê, maar dit werk nie heeltemal so nie.
Ja.
Nou, welkom. Baie welkom.
Yeah, thanks.
En wat 'n groot voorreg om saam met jou te kan kuier.
Yeah, it's a privilege for me to be on set again. I'm getting used to this now.
Salmon vermaak. Ja, hy is hier by ons en hy gesels lekker saam. Salmon verduidelik vir ons die kursus wat jy aanbied. Wat gaan alles in so 'n kursus in terme van in die eerste plek die kering van die jong manne en vrouens en dan natuurlik die kursus inhoud self.
Yeah. I'm going to speak English. if
Sure.
that's
Ja,
okay?
of course, ja.
We have two types of training, or two legs to this training program. First of all, we do a certain selection and recruitment with our own guys. that we appoint as rangers.
Okay.
And then they go through the training process here on this farm at this location where we are, and that's quite a strict process, the recruitment and selection process. We get enormous amount of applications for job applications for being rangers, and then we invite them to a place normally there north of the power station in Windhoek, and then they have to do 40 push-ups. They have to run 8 kilometers under 50 minutes.
Okay.
And then they do an aptitude test, and then I do an interview. And then once we have the shortlist there, then there's not much left. I mean, we had once 150 applicants, and we only got 6 out of them. So that was actually qualifying through the whole process.
That is quite a rigorous thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we do, most of the time, we do polygraphs on them. And then after that, those who come out clean on at the end of the day, we bring to our training location here, Camp Rhino. And then they go through a 4 to 6 week training process here.
Okay.
But what we are currently busy with is we also make use of international volunteers that come from abroad, paying volunteers. We look after some of the black rhino custodian farms free of charge, and we use that money to subsidize our custodian farm projects.
Right.
Money from international volunteers.
Yeah.
So, and
Fantastic.
For that we have then a specific training when they arrive in Windhoek. We we bring them to Camp Rhino, and we go through a 10-day intensive anti-poaching training program, and that is what we are busy with now. So only 10 days.
Yeah, there's beautiful facilities here.
We are very, very privileged to have this here.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's an amazing location.
Yeah.
So then we go through the 10 days with them, and then normally we also get applicants or students from locally from Namibia itself.
Right.
At this moment in time, we have 7 students, one from the UK, one from South Africa, and the other 5 are Namibians.
Yeah.
Good.
Someone, if I can ask this, just purely because we wouldn't know, in terms of the training that you guys do, what is the success rate in terms of that, or does that also have a lot to do with your let's say your pre-selection to make sure, because you obviously know what it entails, the physical training, what it entails, so that you're not really set up for failure because the pre-selection process has done what it can possibly do.
Unfortunately, there is a failure rate, if that is the right word.
Right.
We have very high standards. Once a student is trained, he does an exam, and he needs to get at least 80%. I'm talking about prospecting rangers that want to work for us.
Okay.
At least 80%. If he doesn't make it at 80%, or if he doesn't make it on certain modules or certain aspects, especially physically, he should make it. Many times they can run the 8 kilos and do the push-ups, but once they are in training, doing exercises every day, walking 15 to 20 k's a day, then they fall out.
So typically you might have like individuals that might be good at the theory but not so good in the physical, and then vice versa, physical and theory. Okay.
Unfortunately, physical is the most important part.
Sure.
Our rangers are on foot on the farms where we work.
Yes.
And
They
have to be physically fit and willing and able.
Yeah,
There's
understand.
no other way.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's like stalk and scout all the time. It's not getting in a vehicle and just drive around like a
They walk
glorified
15
ranger.
to 20 k's a day, non-stop, every day of the week.
Some on the actual content of the course. Can you give us a little bit of an overview? What does it entail?
We cover the poaching aspects, the different kinds of poaching, subsistence poachers, commercial poachers, syndicate poachers. That we cover broadly, or actually not broadly, in quite in detail. And then we talk a lot about conservation and principles of conservation.
Sure.
We talk about the rhino and the differences between the black and white rhino and and the significance of rhinos in our country and in our economy,
Yes.
with the tourists and so on. And then we go over to focus on map reading, navigation, tracking and follow up. That's a big part of our thing.
Yeah.
Tactical movement, fire and movement, ambushes, and a lot of stuff, and also a lot of about dangerous animals.
Right.
How do you handle an elephant if you walk up to it on the farm? A lion, a rhino, and so forth.
Because the guys are exposed to that.
Absolutely, yeah. So we put a lot of effort in trying to train them how to handle certain dangerous animals.
And the training camp is basically based in a location with all these animals on the farm.
Absolutely, we have lions here, we have rhino, we have elephant, and obviously leopards. We have hippos.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's as realistic as you can get.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Good. What about communication? I'm talking about communication with each other. I mean the team or individuals. Then to let's call it the senior or the person in charge of the camp, and then also the feedback after some encounters have been had. What is the line of communication?
Well, I'm not sure what
when the two guys are walking with each other, you know, and they split up because of certain things that they've noticed. Do they communicate by radio?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have radios, two-way radios.
Yeah. Okay.
We have repeater system. We have we have excellent radio technology that we use. I mean, there's no other way.
Yeah.
Most of the farms where we work, we don't have cell phone reception.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the radio is the thing, especially on this farm. There's very bad cell phone reception, but we have radio communication. Yeah.
So we get this right now. Here where we are, this is basically the training and development camp of Namibia Wildlife Protection.
Absolutely.
But the services of Namibia Wildlife Protection go way beyond where we are. It's a wide area that's being covered throughout Namibia.
At this moment in time, we cover about just over 500,000 hectares. That we protect rhinos on.
Yeah.
Right.
On various farms throughout the country.
Yes.
Everyone that worked for us came through this camp and this process of training.
Yes.
So this is our home base with regards to training.
Right.
Our head office is situated in Windhoek, where I also live. But wherever anyone goes, they have to come through here. Even if they come from their rest days. They go on race days. Every 3 months they go for 14 days race days.
Yeah.
All our rangers.
Yeah.
Afterwards they come for a I'm not sure what it means. Opknapping.
Like a refresher.
Course, yeah.
Okay.
Just a refresher, and then they go back to the farms again and release the other guys.
A question that I would like to ask is that, you know, people that go through this very rigorous training program, and believe me, it's not an easy one. It's one that requires full-on dedication, as we've seen over the last 2 days. Once an individual like that has put heart and soul and, you know, financial resources into it and actually qualifies, what are the employment probabilities or possibilities?
Well, as I say, there's two different approaches that we have. The one is where if we have vacancies,
Okay.
then we call the applicants to do the selection course before the time.
Right.
The 50Ks and 50-minute 8 kilos and push-ups and so on. And then obviously once they succeed and completed the training successfully, they get caught up into our operation.
Sure.
There's no question about that. What with regards to the training that we have now, where we work with paying students that come in, they come for the experience. Most of the time we have farmers and farmers' sons
Yes.
that come to get the experience of the anti-poaching so that they can go back to their own farms
And apply.
it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
Great.
obviously we don't offer them a job unless
sure.
they apply and we have a vacant position and they have successfully completed the training.
Yeah, and I can only imagine that with this type of qualification. I mean, we're talking about Namibia now, but I mean, that's not where it ends.
Yeah.
You know, poaching is worldwide, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Our program, I just want to maybe give viewers an overview of our program.
Yes.
We start in the morning, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. We do power hour.
Okay.
That is fitness
Right.
Now we know and understand that you cannot get fit in 10 days. I'm talking about the training that we
Yeah,
have now.
yeah.
But still, the fitness plays a big role in finding your own limitations, etc., etc.
correct.
Every student get the opportunity to get the blood circulation going and
Yeah.
and experience how it feels to really get to a point where you can't do one more push-up or run one more kilometer.
Yeah.
So, and then from there on, we do an hour foot roll every morning. The foot roll is for the discipline. I have found through all my years in the forces that foot roll creates magic in terms of camaraderie,
Right.
in terms of the discipline.
Yeah.
So therefore, we still do a food roll every morning. That's part of our process. And then from there on, we have a brunch, nice brunch. You guys can
Vouch for that.
Yeah, it was really delicious. Thank you very much.
And then we go through the day up to 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening. And then our training is now, this 10-day training, 5 days is theoretical, mostly classroom training. And then the next 5 days is practical, where they have to take everything that they learn the first 5 days and apply it in the next 5 days.
Yeah.
We also do survival. So from Friday till Sunday, they are doing survival. They have to get their own water, make fire without any assistance in terms of matches or whatever. And so
Sure.
on.
Fantastic. I would like to know what is the association or the relationship with the actual authorities of the country in terms of conservation, forestry, ministries, those people. Do they acknowledge the work and the trained rangers?
Yeah, we work closely with the Ministry of Environment and Tourism, or Forestry and Tourism.
Forestry. Yeah.
And also we work closely with the Protected Resources Unit of the police.
Yeah.
And we really have a good relationship with both. Both those.
Well, that's good to hear.
Departments,
That's really good to hear.
Yeah.
You know, because quite often, private sector does say, we would need some more support from government and all that. But it's really good to hear that this is the case.
Yeah.
Well done.
I mean, we are very dependent on things like firearm licenses that get approved in time.
Correct.
So
Yes.
we really get an excellent service from them.
Right. So it is. It's almost October 2022. How do your programs, let's say your year planning work? How does that work? How many courses do you have per year? Does it end, let's say, during the December holiday time?
Yeah, we normally tend to have a course every second month. I'm talking now about courses like this where students can apply and they pay for the training and so on.
Sure.
So every second month we have. So October we won't have any, but 21st of November, it's our next course, and that will be the last one for the year.
Okay.
And then only in January next year.
So this is the important question, Salmon. Where can people find you and register in terms of this?
We have a very active Facebook page, Namibia Wildlife Protection Facebook page, and we also have a website where they can contact us from, and the website is www.namwildlifeprotect.com.
Can we just have that one more time, please?
namwildlifeprotect.com.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in
Just
getting
click on the contact us and we get an email and we contact you.
fantastic.
Salman, just before we finish with this discussion, have you got any idea, or have you got sort of like perhaps an opinion about the current surge in poaching that's happening in Namibia, beyond, I think, a lot of people's wildest expectations?
Yeah, absolutely. We are quite devastated by the sudden surge. I mean, we are operational for many years now, and this is the first in the past 3 months.
Yes.
We had more incidents of people, poachers on our farms than in all the time before that. And I'm quite sure that it might have to do with the fact that in South Africa they are getting better geared and trained. Anti-poaching units. I mean, I'm thinking of the Kruger National Park, where those guys do it on next level.
It's like military.
Absolutely, full on military. They have contacts with poachers weekly, literally.
Yeah. Wow.
So they make it more difficult to poach there, in my opinion. And Namibia lies open. It
That's
lies,
like, yeah, it's absolutely, it's like a book.
absolutely.
It's like,
and
or
that's
a
why
menu.
They started to put their focus in our country now.
Any successes recently with the sort of like the opening up or the syndicates that's active in Namibia that you guys sort of got behind or into?
Yeah, I must say our approach is not to catch poachers.
Okay.
Is to deter them, to
Yes.
prevent them from killing our rhinos.
Right.
So we don't work with intelligence and
I
and
understand.
so forth.
I understand,
So that we leave for the police. We focus all our energy to dominate an area where we work so that the poachers would rather not come to.
There you have it.
I hear what you say. Good, we're going to take a break and then we'll be back.
We've got some
more
interviewees, don't we?
Yeah. Good. Today is the day of many. If I can find the ad, then we'll be very
FJ Logistics. We do road freight, mostly from our neighboring countries. We do air freight, from all over the world. And we even do ocean freight, for those not so easy cargoes. Most of all, we guarantee to always deliver on time. FJ Logistics. Give us a call today.
There we go.
We are back.
Yeah, I think it's this table, the surface is giving me a hard time, but there we got some help. Thanks, Solomon. That I think it's going to work. Yeah, much better.
Okay.
I think it is the surface.
So
Yes.
we have an interviewee, a foreign national, somebody from the outside world here in Namibia. We're speaking to nobody else but Arthur Jell. Arthur, it's nice to have you with us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
I'm from the UK.
I like the accent. That's why I'm
Yes,
asking.
it's fantastic to hear. First of all, I don't know if you are a fan, but we do know that your queen has passed away.
Yes,
Yeah, she did. And we, Dirk and I, we were fans, and she did a wonderful job. So, stay strong. You've got a king now.
And now we've got a king.
Yes.
Yep. So we're still going with the royal family. So,
Yes.
yeah.
From what area are you in England?
I'm from the West Midlands, so sort of smack bang in the middle of England.
So you're a Newcastle fan.
No, they're further north.
Further north.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm a Newcastle fan. I was just hinting into that direction.
I won't have any grudges. So.
Yeah. Whilst you guy in, I don't know what kind of beers you have there.
Oh,
But Castle
let's
beer
not
is
go down that road.
It's a,
The Brits have got the best pubs in the whole world.
yeah, but I think we still have the best beer. In the movie.
Yeah, that's good.
Is it?
That's good.
So you can say that. Tell us about your background.
Well, I'm from England, obviously. I left school maybe 4 years ago, and I jumped straight into sort of the security industry.
Okay.
And doing all that sort of good stuff over in the UK. And also I'm in the Army Reserves with England as well.
All right.
So I sort of spend most of my time doing that. And then I don't know why, but this year I thought, you know what, I need an adventure and I want to do something a bit more positive. And, get out of my comfort zone a bit. So I was having a look around, looking for places that I don't really know much about, and found Namibia.
Okay.
And found Namibian Wildlife Protection.
And all of that online?
All of that online, yep. And then contacted Solomon and asked him what it was about, and got a lot of feedback and was very excited about it. And then I flew over last week, spent a week in Windhoek just doing touristy things, and now I'm here with Solomon for the next 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Oh, so you're doing the big course, the whole
No.
katoots?
I still do the 10-day course. And then whatever Solomon wants to do with me after that is his choice.
Someone always has a plan.
Yes.
So is Namibia anything that you expect it to be?
Yes, in the weather, it's definitely hot here. That's something that I've noticed. But I really had, I'd done a bit of research and looking in tourist guides and things like that about Namibia, and what I tended to see was quite positive. The environment here is amazing, the scenery is amazing, the wildlife is completely, totally different from what I have at home.
Yeah.
So, and especially in the city as well, in Windhoek.
Yes.
Really good fun there in the past week. Going up to Etosha as well. I went camping there for 2 or 3 days.
Oh, great.
To go look at the wildlife and get a bit more acquainted with what I'm going to be doing here.
Yeah.
And so far, I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, well.
A lot of people talk about wildlife, you know, and talk about Africa. It's like a romance in their minds. You know, we need to go to Africa, you know. Have you had any close encounters on this farm with the real bush, the real animals?
Last night we had the lions. You could hear them roaring. They were relatively close, not as close as I think they've been before,
Yeah.
from what I've heard. So I'm always looking over my shoulder every now and then, especially when I'm sitting on the wall behind.
Yeah.
But I got very close to some animals in Etosha. Saw a couple of lions that walked straight past my car window. So
Oh, fantastic.
sort of pressed the door lock very subtly.
Yes.
Well, that's a good thing to do.
And elephants as well. I think in Etosha they're quite used to cars and things, so they tend to walk.
Yes, yeah.
Cars and-
So you mentioned that in the UK, when you started off, you went into the security and also into the army reserves, and usually one would find that kind of thing would entail humans to humans. I think you are here now on a program which is involving basically human to wildlife.
Yeah.
Is that just something that fascinated you, caught your eye? Is that?
So where I live in England, I live on a farm myself, not this kind of farm, these
Right.
massive farms. But I grew up on a farm as well, and we have game, and I'm also at home. I'm very much into conservation of animals and looking after wildlife.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I thought something that's passionate about me at home, I could do abroad as well.
Yeah.
To help out and do
So
something.
that's where the link was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine you find purpose in doing this course. And what would you like to do from here going forward?
Here going forward, I don't know. I'd quite like to take the skills that I learn here as an experience, in a sense of, for me as well, traveling, coming abroad, learning more cultural experience, learning about people from different places and their stories, as well as a wild experience of getting out of my comfort zone, being in a country which I didn't know very much about when I came, and the weather and the environment and the animals, etc.
Yes.
And also taking a lot of the things like survival skills and stuff like that. So if I do end up anywhere else in the world or go somewhere else, I've been taught by someone that
You've
knows
got
what
those
they're
skills in
doing.
your back pocket. Eh? Yeah,
Well,
sure.
that's absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic.
That's great. And thanks for being an ambassador already, of Namibia. Because I can hear in your voice the passion that you have. And I'm sure at one stage or the other you will go back and you will take all this experience and the beauty of this country and the people you'll take with you.
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
So there we have it, Arthur Gell
Yeah.
from Britain. Thank you very much, Arthur, for being on the show.
Wish you luck. And hope you're going to be so happy with yourself. Give yourself a tap on the shoulder once you've done it all and you've reached your goals in life. Good, you take care. We're going to take a break and we will have our next guest with us.
Vintage Bar and Grill. Your friendly neighborhood bar, where the food is always great and very affordable, and the drinks are always cold. We promise a good time between nightly DJ music, karaoke, live music on weekends, and even pub games. We have fantastic dry facilities, ample seating, and more than enough secure parking. So pop in at Vintage Bar and Grill at Jerk Sky Park in Olympia. Vintage Bar and Grill. Always a good time.
What a...
Die baie is 'n soort van 'n bietjie meer van 'n profiel.
Yeah. Here we are. Still in the Namibian bush at a undisclosed location.
Yeah.
We are in the training facility of Namibia Wildlife Protection. For those of you who've just joined us, a hearty welcome to the show here on Infostream Namibia. And our next guest that we have here is nobody but Mateus Mweuta.
Yes, you are right.
Am I right?
You got it. You got it.
He's got a very unique surname, so I want to do my best to pronounce it the best way that I can.
You are right.
Mateus, are you a Namibian?
Yes, I'm a full Namibian by nationality.
Okay, and where do you come from?
Coming from the northern part of the country,
Okay,
which is Omsat region.
Omusati.
Omsat region.
Okay, yes.
In your Kalongo constituency.
Ah,
But
fantastic.
currently I'm in Commerce region, which is Windhoek.
Right.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
Where everyone wants to be. A lot of people, when you go to the
to
north,
migrate
people
to
say,
the
"Hey, one day I want to go to Windhoek." People in Windhoek say, "No, I just want to get out of Windhoek. I want to go somewhere else."
That's the truth.
Did you grow up on a farm?
Not really. We only used to visit farms when we go for tours.
Okay.
when that time we were in school, you have to be going for tours
Oh,
to
yes.
Tosha or Wakanda,
I understand.
visiting different campuses.
Yeah.
Yes. So, as a fellow Namibian here, the three of us, what drew your interest to Namibia Wildlife Protection and doing this course?
Namibia Wild Protection, here we are being trained, and I'm interested to save our own wild animals and plants.
That's
Because
fantastic.
the ecosystem consists of plant and animal,
Yes.
and we need to save it.
Yeah.
Mostly here we are focusing on our valued and special species, which is rhino,
Okay.
black rhino and white rhino. Those are the most targeted by poachers. And poachers are those people who illegally hunt and kill or misposition our animals and some crucial plants
Yes.
in the forest.
Actually, quite a nice attitude.
Approach and attitude.
Yeah,
Because
but,
I think what
we need to conserve and we need to look after the animals because the planet is about that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think what Mateus is telling us is that the real values and the morality regarding poaching is something that lies close to his heart, and prevent that from happening so that we as Namibians can keep our resources, and through that we will be able to earn so much more revenue in foreign tourists, foreign investments, you know, that kind of thing which we so desperately need in Namibia.
Yes.
Matthias, do you think enough education is done from school level to make people aware of the fact that wildlife and the protection of wildlife is absolutely important?
Not really. The course here is being going in detail, deep in details, how to protect animals.
Yeah.
At school, we only talk about the ecosystem itself,
Yes,
food
yes.
chain, food web.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
once you come here, it's theory and practical. The lion that you see in the book is not the lion you are going to meet in the forest.
It's totally different.
Totally
The one that we listened to
Here
last
we are in the
night.
camp,
Yeah.
and this camp is situated in the farm where there is those animals. In reality, they are just sleeping over
Just
around the
nearby,
campus
just
here.
nearby, yeah.
Maybe I
You
should.
see, this camp is not being fenced. You see, it's an open camp. Animal can come drink water by nearby, exposing yourself to real animals, not the one in the book. There's
Well,
a total difference.
Then you're quite right because we've seen some footage, a video that Mr. Vermaak actually showed us of elephants that came to drink out of the pool here.
Yes.
Yeah.
The swimming pool. Look at how beautiful it is there behind us with the animals there at the
The
water.
surroundings are fantastic.
Yeah. So have you had any encounters, maybe not yesterday or the day before, with wild animals one-on-one, face-to-face?
Excuse me again?
Have you seen an elephant being close to an elephant or a rhino or a lion?
Yes. Because normally we used to go in the forest.
Yeah.
You can see those animals.
Yeah.
And they are ever migrating. You see where there's springboks. Springboks, they are very scared of predators, which is lions.
Yeah.
And the leopards are here.
Yeah.
Therefore, they normally used to be on their territories.
Yeah.
And the black rhinos and white rhinos are here.
Yeah.
They used to be in their territory, and they can mark their territory with their dogs.
Yeah.
You see.
So, and you guys have to go and watch that and check
watch
that.
it,
Look at the spoor and everything.
Yes.
What would you like to do when you're done, when you finish with the course?
Actually, since now, I'm a qualified electrician.
All right.
By
Okay.
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trained by Namibia Institute of Mining and Technology.
Okay.
Actually, I have a vocational training certificate.
Yeah.
in electrical.
Yeah.
And now, as we are in this camp, there's electricity.
Yeah.
And if I get the opportunity to work in such a camp, we will be doing maintenance on the electrical.
Oh.
I need to also to get exposed to the animals
Yeah.
in the surrounding in
Yes.
the camp where I'm doing maintenance.
Yeah.
Because you can't just come while you are busy fixing the lights, outside lights, and the lion pass by you, run away. And animals, they don't like people who run. Stand still.
That's very true.
Yeah, they are in their own territory.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's you to behave. Behavior is mostly counted here. Behave and then act like, yes, I'm in somebody's territory. I can't do what I want, but I have to do what the animal want me to.
That's very true, yeah.
Fascinating.
We are in their territory.
Yes.
It's the same as when you're sitting at home and you're watching TV and,
Yes.
and a lion walks in or an elephant walks in. It's not his territory.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
What I find fascinating is how Matthias takes his electrical qualification, now learning this kind of stuff, which is anti-poaching, and linking those together, and that will build the opportunities for your future. Fantastic. Well done, Matthias.
I think it's fantastic. Good. Thanks for chatting to us, and we wish you
Nice
luck
having
with
you
the
on the
course.
show.
I hope it's going to be fantastic, and may all your dreams come true.
Thank you, sir.
That's great.
Right.
Sure.
Yes, Coffee?
We're just going for a commercial break, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we will be right back, so don't go away.
Most people understand the importance of getting a good night's sleep to ensure optimum performance during the day, which is why you need to invest in a good quality mattress to ensure you get the best sleep possible at night. We've got you covered. Visit Oblivion Trading Enterprises at Unit 12 and 13, Edison Street, Southern Industrial for a vast range of Medispine orthopedic mattresses to choose from, or call Pierre at 0811 29 7666. Feel the bliss of Oblivion.
Here we are back again. So what a fascinating place to be here at Namibia Wildlife Protection. You know, we spoke to someone from Mark, the CEO of Namibia Wildlife Protection, and then also two interviewees. We spoke to Arthur Jell and also Matthias and Wuta. I always hope I pronounce that right. And Namibia Wildlife Protection, the foremost Namibian anti-poaching unit here in Namibia. What a fascinating place, and what these fascinating people
I wish
can
I could
tell
spend
us.
2-3 more days just experience what they experience.
Yes.
You know, and observe that.
Yeah.
We have not spoken to all the guys, young and energetic, and one can see in their behavior. The one thing that's really outstanding for me is the fact that they got respect.
Absolutely.
You know, from yesterday when we arrived, last night, even today, this morning, in their behavior around us, with us fighting and a couple of difficulties this morning, the way they react towards strangers. We are totally strangers here, you know. The respect they have and the discipline they have.
Dirk and I, we've over the past years have been speaking about a particular concept that is made it's over the last 10-15 years started to appear on the horizon, and that is a concept called a gap year. Now, a gap year is something Dirk and I, because we're a little bit of the older generation as Gen X people.
You must be slow on that one.
Relax. I did not give your age away, Dirk. But in terms of a gap year, we've done some research and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, quite often a gap year for youngsters, school leavers, you know, typical. They say, I've been at school now for 12 years. Oh, hell, I need a break. A lot of people then, you know, go to different countries, traveling to international destinations. But the question is, what does a gap year really entail? Isn't a gap year just like an early sabbatical? And if you were to look into what a gap year should actually be doing, is to get you informed and educated.
I agree with you in the discussions we had, and even in the broadcast that we've done before. A gap year should have purpose.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, I mean,
if there's no purpose, sitting at home and watching TV or playing games or being on your phone for that year is a total waste.
Yeah.
And parents should not allow that, because that's not a gap year.
Correct. So what happened previously in our surroundings, you know, our school leavers, after school students, you know, typically either went into the military or immediately started studying, which you can still do now and all that. But these opportunities are quite often not there anymore. So doing an anti-poaching course,
that's what it
for
is.
a gap year, I think it's just the most fantastic thing to do.
Yeah. Do the course, then offer yourself as a volunteer in certain circumstances or certain places, and get involved in the actual reality. They often decide then thereafter what you want to do.
Yeah,
I think it's a good one.
And you'll be in this kind of environment.
I think we will talk about gap years again and the disciplines around gap year.
Yeah.
Coffee, yes. I think there's a little bit of a wind coming up.
Yes.
But from my side, I am happy, and again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
To the management, the establishment, beautiful place, and thank you for your patience today, and all the guys that tried we had a nice power failure, and then we had a little bit of an outing on the Wi-Fi. So hope you enjoyed the
Didn't get us
program.
under.
What is important for me is that you must understand, regardless of the challenges that we face in terms of broadcasting and bringing audiovisual material to yourselves in your home or the luxury of your home and or just on your cell phone, we are prepared to travel and go to your place.
Yes.
Go and visit and see you.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where it is. And as we go on and we develop the content and the ability to have more secure Wi-Fi and connectivity, you are welcome to contact us and say, listen guys, come and see me at my shop, come and see me and
In my business.
Let's talk about my business
Yes.
and or my farm.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Lodges, hotels and so forth. And we're going to do a lot more.
No matter how big or small your
Yeah,
business might
absolutely. That's very
be. So
important.
Infostream Namibia, we are here to support you and your business.
And send the messages to the number on the screen and that our WhatsApp number. Thank you very much. We do read them. And we'll see you in the day of tomorrow, which is Friday.
Well, tomorrow, and
We've got 2 guests also.
we'll have 2 guests, but obviously this show you'll be seeing in hindsight. And I think that's something that Dirk might have just missed now.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Remember, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and you can also WhatsApp us. Please do us a favor and like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell icon, so you can get an update when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for now, hope to see you next time.